And welcome in to Lovington Lady Wildcats Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan, and we are ready to get the first of a doubleheader against Portales underway here in Lovington. Up first for Portales is number 5, Miley Banda. She hits the first pitch she sees, and right over the glove of Hernandez, out into left field. Chavarria picks it up, throws it in. Just like that, one pitch, one runner for Portales. So a single for Banda. And that brings up number 2, Abby Marquez, playing center field. By the way, Banda is your starting pitcher for Portales, and Marquez playing in center field for Portales. So no outs, one runner on. All right, no outs, one runner on. And now they got her at second. There were no outs, but a throw down to second base on an attempted stolen base. And that is going to be a throw out. So good work by the infield. Quiroga behind the plate for Lovington. So one out, nobody on. And it is Marquez at the plate. A swing and a hit out to center field and out to Chloe Corral. She comes in on it and catches it, hangs on to it for the second out. So a fly out to center field. Nice catch by Chloe out in center field. She actually is playing for Marquez out there in center field. And Marquez out with an injury. We'll talk about that a little later in the game. She is going to be batting for Lovington, just not running, not playing out in the field and running. So luckily she'll be the designated player, and likely, we'll see, but likely we'll have a courtesy runner when she gets on base. So here we go, an 0-1 count on Aguirre. Number 15, Cynthia Aguirre, your third baseman for Portales. That is going to catch the corner. Yes, I was waiting for the ump. He was a little slow on that. It looked like it caught the corner to me. So 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 outs now. Nobody on. 2 outs, nobody on. An 0-1 count on Aguirre. Ooh, a swing and a miss as a beautiful inside corner shot by Urahara on the mound. And 2 strikes, 0-2 count on Aguirre. 2 outs, nobody on. And that is going to miss outside for ball 1. So 1-2 the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the first, just underway here. The first of a doubleheader in Lovington, where it is windy. Our wind is blowing from the left to the right across the field. And since this is dirt field, and there's dirt kind of around in the area, it's going to be a kind of a dirty, windy day. At least looking forward to right now. I thought it was not going to be this windy. I thought it was going to be calm until later on this afternoon and this evening. But the wind hit us early, and it's definitely a lot of dirt in the air. 2-2 the count, by the way, evened up here on Aguirre. A swing and a foul back off to the right toward the tennis courts. They put up netting now, so the foul balls don't go onto the tennis courts. There's no activity over there today, but it does make for longer retrieval time when there's no netting. So count stays 2-2 on Aguirre. And that is a foul ball. I guess she was kind of a check swing. Foul ball ended up in the dirt, and the dirt flew up around. You're going to see that. That dirt's going to be a factor for the catcher and the ump for sure behind home plate. So 2-2 the count, or 3-2 the count now. Oh, swing and a miss. Got her swinging. Third out. 3 up, 3 down. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left on base. And pretty efficient for the Lovington girls. They're going to come up to the bat next, and we go to the bottom of the first. No score in this one, as we'll have more Lady Cats softball coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cats Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan. First of a doubleheader here, and these are so important. Every game, every run is important now, as Lovington has had a very solid season. I believe they're still ranked number 4 in New Mexico 4A. So it's important that they try to win both of these games here. They've beaten Portales in the doubleheader in Portales. Coming up first, number 3, Avery Marquez, your designated player. She's dealing with a strain, I believe a hamstring pull. I'll look back at the text that I received from Art Castro about that earlier yesterday. And the first pitch is going to be called strike 1 on Marquez, who's going to be a designated player, designated hitter, swings and fouls that one off to the left for strike number 2. So bottom of the first, no outs, nobody on, 0-2 the count now on Avery Marquez. So she will bat but not be in the field today. And Chloe Corral taking her spot in center field. So things moved around a little bit. A swing and a high pop. Oh, it's going to catch the end of the mitt of the shortstop, Ornelas, out there. So Marquez thought she had, I thought maybe she had a little infield, a little single there, and that it was going to go just past the shortstop, but she kind of was robbed as Ornelas reached up, climbed the ladder, and got that at the end of her glove for 1 out. That's going to bring up number 14, Chloe Corral, playing in center field. So a fly out to shortstop for the first out, but Lovington still got batters and outs left and time, and the first pitch is going to come in, and it is a ball. So 1-0 the count on Corral. That is going to hit the outside corner, yes, for a call, strike 1. So 1 out, nobody on, 1-1 the count, no score. Lovington would like to change that with this at-bat and try to get in front of Portales early. A swing and a miss for strike 2. All right, welcome back to Lovington Softball. As just to let you know, Lovington is experiencing, at least the city or this part of the city, is experiencing rolling power outages. That was the third time since I got here this morning that we lost power up here at the field, in the booth and at the field. So apparently it's a power company problem, and so we will do the best we can as they call that a fair ball, as that's number 6, Kaysen Mitchell, to the plate. And it looked foul, and I think the Lovington girls probably thought it was foul. It was a screamer down the third base line, and they said that it passed the base in fair territory. So actually I think it's Kaysen Mitchell. Okay, that was Angel Ornelas? Okay, that was Kinsey Rowland, And now this is Case and Mitchell. So I've got them, I guess, flipped in my book. Okay. So that was Kinsey Rowland. Sorry, this has been a mad scramble with the power outages even before we went on the air. That's why we got on the air just in time. Got the beginning of the game, but it was after getting cut off twice and then once again after the game started. So Kinsey Rowland, your designated player. And now this is going to be Kaysen Mitchell. Number 16. Kinsey Rowland, your designated player, and Kaysen Mitchell plays first base. So Kinsey Rowland hit the double and is on second base, or there was a courtesy runner for her. And Kaysen Mitchell now with an 0-2 count on her, as there were 2 outs, and what you missed during the power outage was a double play by Lovington for the first 2 outs. And that is going to miss low and outside for ball 1. So 1-2 count on Kaysen Mitchell, first baseman, batting in the 7th slot for Portales, with number 11, Emma Long, your second baseman, on deck, and number 17, Dossie Cordova in the hole. Grounder to second base. Morales picks it up, fires to first for the third out. So 4-3 for the third out after a double play turned. What you missed was a single, as Hinderleiter, the catcher, hit a single out to right field, got on first base, and then Ornelas came up. She popped out to the catcher. Quiroga threw down to first and got Hinderleiter off base for the double play. So, and then, of course, Rowland hit the double, and Mitchell came up and grounded out to Honey Morales at shortstop for the third out. So that catches you up. And just please note that if you suddenly lose the video, that means that we've lost power. Apparently, there are people up here in the booth are saying their relatives who live here in Lovington are having power problems. So we apparently have lots of power interruptions, and it's possible it could happen to us again. The Lovington Booster Club, always so kind to us, has said, hey, we'll go get a generator so you can plug in just in case we lose power again. And that is so kind. I can't describe how wonderful that is. So we'll see. Hopefully we won't need it, but they'll bring one up here just in case. And if that's the case, and if we lose power for any significant amount of time later in the game or games, since this is the first of a doubleheader, then hopefully we'll have an answer and be able to stay on the air. So, but as it is, we are going to the bottom of the second inning. And in the top of the second inning, there were no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. So here we are, bottom of the second inning. And Lovington up to the plate. Number 13, Chloe Corral to start things off for Lovington. Lovington needs to get on the board. It's a 0-0 score right now. We're tied here in the bottom of the second. And Lovington would like to change that, get some runners on base, get them around, and get on a swing and a hit straight up the middle. It's going to put Chloe Corral on first base. Angelina Corral, not Chloe, Angelina, my bad. A single puts Angelina on first base. A well-hit ball, hot grounder right up the middle. And number 17, Annalise Chavarria in left field, coming up to the plate, batting in the 6th slot.
Let's go, babe. Let's go. Come on,
That's Bonda on the mound for Portales, by the way. Hinderleiter, the catcher. And Chavarria up to the plate. No outs, 1 on. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Let's see. Mitchell is on first and Long on second. And there is a well-hit ball, a high fly out to left field. And unfortunately, it was caught. And I have two center fielders in my lineup. I've got Marquez and Cordova both at center field, and nobody listed as left field. So I'm not sure which one that is out there. We'll have to try to see that. Don't know how to keep them apart, but oh, and what happened? As a walk, and was that an intentional walk on Chavarria? No, that was the fly out. Okay, see, I'm having to adjust my book and everything on the fly after with the outages here, the power outages. But a fly out to left field for Chavarria was the first out, and that's a ball that was thrown over to first for the second out. All right, so now 2 outs as Hernandez thrown out at first base. Chavarria had a fly out in left field. Corral moved over to second on that ground out by Hernandez. So number 2, Anahi Quiroga, your catcher, up to the plate. And it's an 0-1 count on Quiroga. A nicely hit ball in the hole, a grounder between shortstop and third base. And yes, that's going to score 1, as that was a hot grounder. Quiroga shot through the hole there between short and third. And the throw came in and not in time to make the relay. And Quiroga now has an RBI single. And Lovington is on the board. So Corral put Lovington on the board 1-0. 2 outs. Quiroga has a courtesy runner. So courtesy runner for Quiroga, the catcher, on first. 2 outs, 1 runner on, 1 runner across. Number 4, Honey Morales batting in the 9th slot for Lovington, playing second base. Her first plate appearance. 2 outs, 1 runner on. And that is first pitch is going to come in high for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. Woo, this has been a wild ride this afternoon. This morning, it feels like it should be about 4 this afternoon with everything that's happened. But just to let you know, we've had power outages in Lovington that affected the field. And a throw down to second to keep the courtesy runner out there for Quiroga on first. I don't know. Okay. That comes in high for ball 2. I think that we think the count is 2-1 now. 2-1 the count. 2 outs, 1 runner on. A swing and a foul back out of play off to the right. A good cut by Honey at that. Just needs to straighten it out, and Lovington would like to keep the line moving here and continue with their momentum and not get stalled out. They would like to go ahead and bring another run in, another 2 in if they could, just keep it moving. That is going to be low. Oh, and a throw down to first, and the courtesy runner for Quiroga steals second, slides in under the tag, and makes it in. And that's Zimri Ellis. Thank you very much to Mrs. Corral up here in the booth. And Zimri Ellis running for Quiroga. Pitch is fouled straight back. It almost hits the window of the booth here. I know. You girls, you need to go ahead and get a glove so you can stick it out the window. It might count. They might count it as an out. I'm not sure. Yeah. All right, so 2-2 the count on Morales. And a swing and a line drive shot out to left field. Oh, and coming over to make the grab. Oh, is the left fielder. And again, we're not I've got two center fielders that in the lineup that was given, and nobody in left. So Hunter Morales flies out to left field. Don't know who the girl's name is. Flies out, and then they touch second base as Ellis had left the base already. So that was the third out. Lovington was able to put one run across the board now and leads 1-0 here. We'll be back with more Lovington Lady Cats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Lovington Sports on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. It's your Lovington Lady Cats. We go to the top of the third inning on what's been a wild ride of a game here, rocking and rolling with power outages, even before a couple of them as I was setting up and trying to reset and ate up a lot of time and took all my prep time to get my book ready. And so I'm just catching things on the fly here. And then once we got underway, there was another power outage there and that stopped things. Had to get reset. So it's been interesting. And first pitch is a grounder over to Honey Morales, and she scoops it up and tosses it to first for the first out. And that was Emma Long who grounded out to the second baseman. 4-3 in the books for the first out. And number 17, Dossie Cordova, is up to the plate. Cordova, swing and a miss. So strike one. One out, nobody on. Dossie Cordova batting in the ninth slot. And she's either playing left field or center field. I've got Marquez and Cordova that both marked down as playing center field on the lineup. And I know that that's not right. But Cordova, with a 1-ball, 1-strike count on her, 1-1, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third inning. Lovington leading Portales 1-0. Maybe Baca. It's probably Baca out. Okay. So 1-2 the count now. 1-2. And a strikeout as Cordova goes down, and that's strikeout number 2 for pitcher Daphne Urahara. And that brings up the top of the order now with 2 outs, nobody on. Number 5, Miley Banda, your pitcher, up to the plate. She hit a single and got thrown out her last time at bat. And the first pitch is a strike, 0-1. Oh, they thought it was a strike. The Lovington faithful thought it was, I guess. It missed, I think, 1-0. Yeah, I think. And that is going to miss out. Oh, he's going to say it hit the outside corner. So, yeah, it was a nice pitch, but I was afraid that it drifted too much for him to call it a strike. That is going to be a swing and a miss. A beautiful breaking ball on the inside corner. Urahara really mixing up her pitches out there to good effect. 1-2 the count. And a swing and a miss. Strike Out number three, and a 3 up, 3 down. As no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the third inning, and Lovington leading 1-0. We'll be back with more Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business. When it comes to your hard-earned money...
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And coming up in the bottom of the third inning, we've got Avery Marquez, top of the lineup for Hobbs. She had a fly out to the shortstop her first time up. And a swing and a foul off for strike number 1. So 0-1 the count. And Marquez, I'm going to read... Let's see. Okay. Oh, thank you. Let's see. So Avery Marquez has a sprained knee and is going to be out 7 to 10 days. She is battering, but as the designated player, which means she won't have to. She'll just have to run to first and take it easy. And as she hits a solid shot up the middle, just to the right of second baseman Long, who could not get that ball. So a beautifully hit ball puts Marquez on first. And I think we are going to have will we have a courtesy runner for her? No, as a designated player, I guess she does not get the courtesy runner. So she'll just have to be very easy on that. So, and there's another hit. It goes out to center field. Center fielder having trouble with that out there. And it goes to the fence, and that is going to advance Avery Marquez over to third. And Corral gets a single out of that. So a nice hit by Chloe Corral puts her on first base. So no outs, 2 on, runners at the corners. And number 17, Sabri Rodriguez, your right fielder, up to the plate. Dawsey is playing left. Dawsey Cordova is playing left. Okay, thank you. And then center is Marquez. And then right, all right, is maybe Baca. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Some helpful folks again up here in the booth as the lineup clearly, and everybody saw that, clearly has 2 center fielders and nobody in left. A high fly ball headed out between right and center, calling for it, coming over is the right fielder, and that is Baca out in right field. So she made the catch and the grab, but tagging up and coming home was Marquez. So it's going to be a sac fly RBI for Rodriguez. To 9, a sac fly, and that is the first out, and that brings up Jocelyn Olguin. So 1 out, 1 on. A throw down to second to try to get. Oh no! Did they get her out? No, she was safe. I was afraid that she didn't have a hand on the bag when she got tagged. She beat the throw though. So Chloe Corral with a nicely stolen base out there sits on second. Very happy about that too. She had to eat a lot of dust and dirt. She had to pay for it, but she got the base. And a well-hit line drive out to shallow left. But the throw in is good. But on the, while everybody was preoccupied with third base, that gave Jocelyn O'Gean a chance to get over to second. So Chloe Corral moves over. O'Gean makes it to second. And Jocelyn O'Gean had a single and took second base on the throw. But officially, she had a single, but now she's on second base. So just the one out, runners at second and third. And number 13, Angelina Corral to the plate. First pitch is low and outside for ball one. So 1-0 the count. 1 out, 2 on. Rodriguez had a sac fly RBI to bring in the second run for Lovington. So now it's 2-0. And that's going to be outside for ball number 2. So Bonda on the mound for Portales. Hinderleiter behind the plate. Mitchell at first. Long is at second. Or Aguirre at third. And a hit, a little dribbler over there to third base. Knocked down, but then bobbled. So an E3 is going to bring in a run and put Angelina Corral on first. O'Gean stays put at second, and Chloe Corral, was able to cross the plate. So 3-0 now. 3-0, Lovington leading. They've put 2 across in this at-bat, and there's only 1 out. 2 runners on, and number 17, Annalie Chavarria, your left fielder, to the plate. She had a fly out to left field her first time up, and that is going to miss outside for ball 1. So ball 1, 1 out, 2 on. We're here in the bottom of the third inning. First of a doubleheader against visiting Portales. Lovington at the plate. Chavarria, it launches a line drive straight out between left and center field. Goes to the fence. It'll score 1 for sure. And everybody moves over a base. So a stand-up double. It's an RBI double for Chavarria. Beautifully hit ball as just a smoking line drive out there between left and center. And that moves O'Gean to third, or that brought in O'Gean, rather. That brought in O'Gean. Corral moves over to third, and Chavarria on second with number 5, Layla Hernandez at the plate. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike number 1. 0-1 the count on Hernandez. She grounded out to second base her last time up. So Angelina Corral on third, Chavarria on second, and that is going to clip the outside corner for strike number 2. Hernandez is going to have to go into plate protection mode here. Swing at anything close enough to be called a strike. Try to bring in some more runs, just 1 out. So Lovington looking good to keep the line moving here. Oh, and a smoker, Hernandez with a hot grounder between short and third base, and that's going to put her on. So Corral on third, Chavarria on. Nope. Corral scored. Corral came in from third. Chavarria moves to third. Hernandez with an RBI single. So Hernandez with an RBI single. Chavarria on third. Hernandez on first. And another run for Lovington makes it 5-0 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 across the plate in this at bat. And Hernandez moves down to second. So runners at second and third for Lovington. And there's a foul ball out of play off to the right. And count is 1-1. Still just 1 out. 1-1 count on Quiroga. She hits a high fly ball out into right field. It's fair. That's going to score 1. That'll score 2. And the throw comes in But Quiroga has a 2 RBI triple. A 2 RBI triple for Quiroga. Woo! And Lovington is having one of those just bat around at bats. That makes it 7-0 now. 7-0. And coach is coming out. Ellis will run for Quiroga again, as she did in the last inning when Quiroga reached on an RBI single. A 2 RBI triple, though, for Quiroga this time. And that has a visit to the circle from Portales coach. The Portales coach. And I think we will have a pitching. We will have a pitching change. Let's see what they do. All right, number 5. I don't know. This is going to be very confusing as they're going to change a lot of players around. And I'm going to mostly worry right now about who's going to be in the circle taking over pitching duties. So Bonda will leave the circle. And if I could get some help looking at that number of the girl who is going to be pitching, is that number 2? I think that's number 2, Abby Marquez. It looks like Marquez. Okay. Looks like Marquez will go on the mound. And Hinterleiter's still catching. I think Mitchell is still at first and Long at second. It was Aguirre and Ornelas before. So we'll take a timeout as we have a pitching change, and Marquez is taking her warm-up pitches. We'll be back with more Lovington Sports, Lady Wildcat Sports on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com as a pitching change for Portales here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the first pitch is, oh, wow, did she drop it? Did she hang on to that? She dropped it, right? Okay. When I looked up, she was skidding, and it had looked like it was going to be a base hit for sure. So Morales. So, right. So Ellis came in. Morales is, Ellis came in, and Morales hit the single, an RBI single. So another run scored. Makes it 8-0 now. And Morales is on first. No outs. High fly ball heading out to right field. It hits the fence. Bounces off. Baca out there is going to pick it up, make the throw in. That's going to allow Morales to get all the way to third. And Avery Marquez, your leadoff hitter, designated player today, with a single. So Marquez on first. Morales on third. And Lovington has batted around. 1 out, just 1 out still. And number 14, Chloe Corral, up to the plate. She hit a single and scored her last time up, had a nice stolen base as well. She struck out her first time up. She's 1 for 2 and wants to keep the line moving right here with runners at the corners for Lovington. Marquez at first, Morales on third, shows bunt. Puts it down. It's on the outside corner, so it'll be a strike. So 0-1 count. So with 1 out, Coach McCraw trying to get a squeeze play going. And at the very least, get Corral on to load the bases. Oh, and now swinging away. And a great cut at that. But it fouled off to the right over our heads. Strike 2, 0-2 the count. 1 out, 2 on. Bottom of the third. Lovington has batted around, and your score is 8-0. That's going to miss high and outside, and coming across the plate is Morales. So Morales will come home on the wild pitch. That was a wild pitch that scored it. And the count is 2-2 on Corral. So I think, wasn't that maybe that was the first ball. So 1-2 the count on Corral. Yep, 1-2 the count. After the wild pitch, which brought another run across, 9-0 now. That's going to be outside for a ball. So 2-2 the count now. Even on Chloe Corral. So 1 out, 1 on. That's a runner at second, Avery Marquez. And swing and a miss. Oh, strikeout. She went down swinging. Had to protect the plate and swung at that little high. But that's just out number 2. Just out number 2 as Lovington's got another out to play with here. They have put 8 runs across the plate in this at-bat. And number 17, Zabri Rodriguez, your right fielder, up to the plate. She had a sac fly RBI her last time up. Walked and got stranded her first time up. Swings at the first pitch and fouls that back out to the screen. 0-1 the count. 0-1 the count. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Marquez out on second base. And that is high for ball number 1. So 1-1. As Marquez, your designated player today, usually center fielder, and she's out with a leg injury, a knee sprain. I'm sure she's got that knee. Oh, and that's going to be a low, wild pitch in the dirt and allow Marquez to get over to third. And I'm sure Marquez probably has that knee taped and wrapped and braced and everything you can do. And she will not be in the field until that heals. Oh, and a hit on the end of the bat is going to be a little pop caught by Mitchell at first. So a pop out to the first baseman for the third out, but not before Lovington puts 8 runs across the board. They do that and lead 8-0. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning with more Lady Cat softball coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, Lovington put across 8 runs on 8 hits. There was 1 error committed, 1 left on base. So we are going to the top of the 4th inning. Top of the 4th inning. And Portales up to the plate. Number 2, Abby Marquez. Now your pitcher up to the plate. And there's a hot grounder that's going to make its way through into left field. So Marquez will have a single on first. So Marquez now pitching. I think she and Bonda simply changed positions. Bonda went to center field and Marquez went to pitching. And now number 15, Cydia Aguirre, your third baseman, up to the plate. So no outs, 1 on. Another grounder, and it's knocked down by really, and the throw is not handled. I didn't think the throw was that bad, but I think it's going to have to be, I believe it's going to be a throwing error. So an E6 is going to put Aguirre on, as that was knocked down there between third and short, as Angelina Corral and Hernandez trying to get their heads together on that one. And then really Hernandez didn't have a throw, and I think she thought about not throwing, and that was probably the wisest course. Once she picked up the ball, there really wasn't time to get that throw in time, and instead that becomes an error that moves Marquez all the way over to third, and it puts Aguirre on first. So Marquez with a single is able to get around to third on the throwing error. And then Aguirre on first brings up number 23, Bailey Hinderleiter, the catcher. And the first pitch is in, and it's a ball. And then Quiroga throws over to third, just trying to keep Marquez from getting too carried away over there. She looked down Aguirre first to keep her at first, and that's going to be, it's just going to miss. I guess I thought that clipped the inside corner. It's a little high, so 2-0 the count now on Hinderleiter. No outs, 2 runners on. Lovington leading 9-0. And that is a beautiful pitch as Urahara brought some heat and clipped the inside corner with that one. 2-1 the count. As Lovington just needs to worry about getting outs now. Yes, they have runners, but they have runs to give. They need to worry about outs. Yes, a beautiful pitch. Another one on the inside corner. I think Urahara thought, well, she let that one go. Let's see if she looks at it twice. And that's a hard place to hit as a hitter, because you got to make the adjustment quickly, pull in your elbows and try to get the bat around on an inside pitch. And that's going to float up too high and run the count full. So full count, no outs, 2 on. Here we are in the top of the 4th inning. Lovington leading 9-0. They need to concentrate on outs. They have a run or two or few to give, but they have to worry about it. And that is going to be a dribbler. It's going to roll fair, and the tag is made. They throw it over, trying to get Marquez off base, but does not. And here comes the coach. He's going to say that O'Gean missed the tag. That's what he's gonna argue, that O'Gean missed the tag. He told he told Hinderleiter to stay on first. And are they going to overrule? The umps are going to get their heads together. The head ump is going to go talk with the ump in the field. Sometimes the third umpire or the second umpire in the field will choose to stand between first and second. Sometimes they choose between short and third. And naturally, this one is between short and third. He saw that it was out. He saw that she got tagged, and the count stands. So Hinderleiter 3 unassisted. The first baseman, O'Gean, made that play unassisted for the first out. And Aguirre moves to second. Marquez stays at third. So now 1 out. And this is going to be number 6, Angel Ornelas, up to the plate. Ornelas, your shortstop. And the first ball is a ball, 1-0 the count. So 1 out now, and that's a good thing for the Lady Wildcats. They just need to worry about getting outs 2 and 3 and not worrying so much about the runs, because they're ahead 9-0. The outs are a little more important in this. They want to try to keep Portales from really getting anything going, getting any momentum. And if they need to allow a run or two, they can. There's a swing and a grounder over to third base. Angelina Corral picks it up. Angelina makes a good throw over to first and gets the second out, and that's okay. That's okay. There was nobody left, because Corral took the time to sort of check the runner at third and then made the throw, and they were respecting the arm of O'Gean and kept Marquez on third. So now 2 outs, beautiful stop and throw over to first for the second out. And now number 12, Kinsey Rowland, up to the plate. Now 2 outs. And the first pitch on Rowland is going to be a ball, so 1-0 the count. 2 outs, 2 on, runners on second and third for Portales. Lovington just needs to concentrate on getting the third out. Swing and a miss as a beautiful breaking ball on the outside corner by Urahara got Roland swinging. 1-1 the count. 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the fourth, Lovington leading 9-0 against Portales in the first of a doubleheader today. Swing and a miss again. I think Urahara thought, well, it worked once. I'm going to throw the same pitch. And it was another beautiful breaking ball. And yes, Roland swung on it. Her bat about 6 inches too short to get it, though. 1-2 the count. And that she lets go. And it gets out of the glove of Quiroga. But Marquez stays put on third. So 2-2 the count on Roland. 2 outs. Lovington just needs to concentrate on getting the batter, getting this out. Urahara on the mound doing a nice job in this game. And that rolls in. Quiroga blocks it out. That runs the count full. 3-2. 3-2. It would not be the worst thing in the world to load the bases, because then there's a force out on any base. And a swing and a foul out of play off to the stands. Caught with his bare hands over there. A fan on the right side of the stands picked that up. Threw it right back in, too. He's a nice guy. He didn't try to take it to the concession for a free Coke or something. So the count stays full on Roland, your designated player and hitter. Oh, and that hits the batter. And she's going to take her base and load him up. The good news, a force on any base. The bad news is that if number 16, Kaysen Mitchell, gets hold of one, Portales could put some runs across. But 2 outs, and all Lovington needs to worry about is, let's just get the third out. And if they have to give up some runs to do it, that's okay. Urahara just needs to throw strikes. Forget about the loaded bases. Forget about the pressure. Just throw strikes. Trust your fielders. Get the third out. Get back to the dugout and get your bats smoking again. It's easier said than done, right? Easy for us to say and think here. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Mitchell to the plate. She grounded out to the second base her first time up, and that's a beautiful pitch across the outside corner, a smoking one. So Mitchell grounded out to second base her last time up. She's 0 for 1. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 0-1 the count. And a swing and a foul off to the Lovington dugout for strike 2. So an 0-2 count now. Urahara just needs to think about that third strike, or putting a strike into the zone. Go ahead and pitch it in. A swing and a miss. Got her on a changeup. Stayed high. And Mitchell chased for strikeout number 4 for Urahara. Out number 3. Lovington getting into a bit of a jam, but got themselves out as no runs scored on 1 hit. 1 error committed. And bases loaded, 3 left on as Portales will have to come out in the field, and Lovington gets a chance to increase their 9-0 lead here with more Lady Wildcat softball coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll...
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan. The first of a doubleheader here on a windy Saturday in Lovington. And in the bottom of the third inning, and the top of the third inning, rather, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 3 left. on base. And Lovington coming up to the plate with number 9, Jocelyn Olguin, leading things off, playing first base. First pitch is in. It's a ball. Lovington leading this one 9-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's going to be a strike, so a 1-1 count now on Jocelyn Olguin. Olguin had a single and crossed the plate her last time up, grounded out to the shortstop her first time up, so she's 1 for 2. Oh, she thought about that one, and it is a strike as Olguin decided too late to start swinging, that is, checked her swing, and now has a 1-2 count on her. So Olguin, the first batter up, number 13, Angelina Corral on deck, and Annalena Chavarria in the hole. A little dribbler headed out to second base. Could be trouble, but Long picks it up and tosses it over to first just in time. So Olguin grounds out to second base for the first out. And Angelina Corral up to bat, playing third base for Lovington, wearing jersey number 13. So 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th. Oh, yes, that's going to hit the outside corner. Corral flinched on it. She thought about it and left it alone, but it hit the outside corner. 0-1 count. Angelina is capable of a lot of power at the bat. Swing and fouls it off over to the Lovington dugout for strike 2. Angelina reached on an error and scored her last time up, hit a single and scored her first time up. She's 1 for 2. Crossed the plate twice. She's the only lady Wildcat to cross the plate twice so far today. Oh, and that comes in inside for ball 1. She gave it a real hard look, knowing with 2 strikes on her, she's going to protect the plate, but she looked at it and knew it was inside for ball 1. 1-2 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Lovington leading 9-0. They'd like to go ahead and put another run on the board. Oh, and that may do it. Oh, it's going to go foul. No. Oh, gave it a long fly ball out to right field. And I think the wind really picked that up. I think without the wind, that would have gone over the fence in right field in fair territory. As it was, it drifted over and just becomes a long strike. And the count remains 1-2 on Corral. She can straighten that out a bit. And that is going to be inside for ball 2. The Portales faithful looked at that, and they thought that was a strike. We could see from up here that was 2 inside and 2 low. 2-2 the count. A swing and a high fly ball, and that's over the fence. Yes, it is. That is gone for a solo home run by Angelina Corral. Wow. And I just said if she could have straightened that foul fly ball out, that she could put it over the fence, and she did. Over in right field. Wow. Beautiful. That cleared the fence. That had room to go. That fence could have been another probably, 25, 30 feet beyond, and that ball still would have cleared it. So a solo home run makes 10-0 the score now. That brings up number 7, Annalise Chavarria, your left fielder, the plate. She had an RBI double and scored her last time up, hit a fly out her first time up. She's 1 for 2, and watches that one hit the inside corner for strike number 1. So still just 1 out. A solo homer for Angelina Corral gives Lovington the 10-run lead right now, 10-0 over Portales. That's low for ball 1, so 1-1 the count. Chavarria at the plate. Number 5, Layla Hernandez, your shortstop on deck. Number 2, Anaí Quiroga, your catcher in the hole. 1 batter at a time. 1 out, nobody on. That is going to be over the plate but low for ball number 2, so 2-1 the count. Very windy day, as really the forecast did not have this much wind in it, but Mother Nature decided to put the wind in, and it's a cool wind blowing in from the northeast. blowing across the field, left to right, and kicking up a lot of dust and dirt with it. And that ball is ball 3. So 3-1 the count. So 3-1 on Chavarria. Hernandez on deck. Quiroga awaits in the hole as Lovington is looking to just get as many insurance runs as they can. They'd like to get, and that is going to be low for ball 4. So a walk issued as Chavarria takes first base. And it's 10-0 right now. And on a 10-run rule, at after 5, which would just be 4.5 actually, if they maintain 10 runs ahead of Portales, even after Portales bats, in the top of the 5th, then the game would be over. That is going to be ball 1, high and outside on Layla Hernandez. So 1 out, 1 on. 1 run across so far in this at bat for Lovington. They'd like to just keep things going and just get a few more runs just in case. That's a high pop fly headed out to center field, and Banda comes under that, catches that for out number 2. Hernandez gives it a ride, but a high fly out to center field is also going to keep Chavarria on first. So 2 outs now. And number 2, Ana Quiroga, your catcher, up to the plate. Quiroga has been a force at the plate. She had a 2 RBI triple her last time up, an RBI single, and got stranded her first time up. She's 2 for 2 and would like to be 3 for 3 right here. Oh, and that comes inside, and she backs up. Ball 1. 1-0 the count on Quiroga. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Chavarria with the walk. Out on first. That is going to miss low for ball 2, and that Hinterleiter loses that. And that's simply it's not a wild pitch, really. I think that's a pass ball. She had that blocked out. It dropped out of her glove. So a stolen base by Chavarria on the pass ball. And there's a foul ball just out of the glove of the first baseman. Mitchell rolls out into behind first, and Long has to come over and field it. So that's going to be an E3 and put Quiroga. Zimri Ellis will courtesy run for Quiroga, the catcher, as she has all game. So an E3 puts Quiroga on base. Ellis will run for her, and it moves Chavarria around to third. So 2 outs, 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, and that's going to be low, and Hinterleiter blocks it out, but it keeps her from being able to make a throw, and Ellis takes second base. So a pass ball, which indicates the catcher error problem. That is going to hit the outside corner. Yes, it does. So that is going to even up the count. 1-1 on Honey Morales, your batter. Honey playing second base for Lovington. Honey had an RBI single and crossed the plate her last time up. She had a fly out to left field. And this is a high fly going out to right field. Baca coming under it, makes the grab and ends the at-bat for Lovington, but not before they put 1 run across the plate. They do that, 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. So we're going to go to the top of the 5th inning, and Lovington is leading 10-0. Portales will have to get at least 1 run to keep this game from being over in their at-bat. And we'll be back with more Lady Wildcat softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan. Bottom of the order, up due for Portales here in the top of the 5th inning. And first pitch is in, a call strike on the outside corner on number 11, Emma Long, your second baseman for Portales. So 0-1 count. It's the bottom of the order, Long, and then Cordoba, and then the top of the order. So 8, 9, and 1. And that's a foul tip back to the screen for strike 2. 0-2 the count, as Lovington would like to get 3 outs efficiently here and keep Portales from scoring any runs. If so, the game will be over on a 10-run rule. That's going to be a little slap shot over to second base. Morales picks it up. Oh, and has some trouble. It sort of hangs up between her glove and her hand as she came in on that, and it died. It was a slow roller, and she had to come up, and she kind of looked up, and it just hung up in her glove. So unfortunately, that's going to be an E4, and that is going to put 1 runner on now for Portales. So Long reaches, and number 17, Dossie Cordova, your left fielder, coming up to the plate, batting in the 9th slot for Portales, as Lovington would like to get 3 outs again without giving Portales a chance to put any runs on the board. And that is going to miss and get out of the glove. A wild pitch is going to put Long on second base now. So the wild pitch moves a runner into scoring position for Portales. Cordova with a 1 ball, no strike count on her. 1-0 the count. She shows bunt and does. It's going to be foul, though. Well, he called it fair. I guess he said it was in the glove, or it was in front of the plate. And almost a double play turned. So it worked. The sack bunt worked as Cordova gets thrown out at first. 2-3 on the sack bunt. And it puts Long over on third base and gives Portales some hope about getting a run across and extending this game. But 1 out, 1 on, and unfortunately, that's going to score. The throw came intended, and it just means that she's safe. It doesn't, no harm, no foul. The ball was not thrown at the runner. The runner simply ran into the path of the ball that was meant to try to get her out. So Portales has done what they needed. They cobbled together. They played small ball and used some errors on the part of Lovington to get a run across. So that was a strike, a swing and a miss, and then the ball was lost. And then the throw went down and became a problem. So the throw went down to the plate, but not in time, as Long scored. Now it's 10-1 and 1 out and 1-2 count. That's going to end up being high and inside for a ball on Banda. So 1-2 count, 1 out, or no, 2 outs. No, the sack bunt. Not just the 1 out. 2 outs now. 2 strikes, though. And that is a 2-2 count now. Evens up. 2-2 count on Banda. The 1 out, the sack bunt, moved a runner around, and then the error. She reached on an error, so that's Lovington's. And now a full count, 3-2. Lovington's burden to bear is that they allowed that run, and that's going to be a little chopper to first base, and it takes a funny bounce, but it was fielded right in front of first base and goes off to the side. Going to have to write an E3 on that as well, and that puts Banda on first. So some uncharacteristic bobbles and errors as Lovington, I think, thinking too hard about just trying to end the game quickly. And they just need to kind of bring their focus back in, think about what they're doing. And that hits the outside corner. Beautiful pitch as Urahara paints the corner with a ball that also had a pretty good amount of heat on it. So Marquez, your pitcher now, she started off in center field at the plate. A swing and a miss as Urahara took a little off of that, and Marquez swung under it. Her timing was off, so nice 2 strikes on her by Urahara. So here we are with 1 out, 1 on. A throw down to first to try to get Bonda. She does not. Bonda scrambles back, eats a little dirt in the process. So that was a ball, by the way. The pitch was a ball, so 1-2 count on Marquez. 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the 5th inning, 10-1 is your score. That is going to miss just a little bit outside. And all right, so 2 outs, yes, 2 outs. As that is Marquez. And that is going to get through to center field, a grounder straight up the middle. And the batter coming up is 23, Bailey Hinderleiter, the catcher. So Aguirre with a single up the middle. So first pitch in is a strike. And that is outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. As Bonda is on second. Aguirre on first. And that is fouled off to the right for a strike. So it's a 1-2 count now. A 1-2 count on Hinderleiter, who was thrown out by the first baseman her first time up, had a single and was stranded her second time up, and actually was thrown out as part of a double play in that second inning. That's fouled off, and the count continues to be 1-2 now. So 2 outs, 2 on. Here we are, top of the 5th. Hinderleiter, the catcher, up to the plate. 1-2 count on her. And 1 run has crossed for Portales. 10-1 is your score, which means Lovington will be batting in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a swing and a little hit back, a dribbler picked up, thrown over to first in time. Woo, just barely, as Urahara 1-3 gets Hinderleiter out at first. So what I call a swinging bunt. She swung away, but the ball didn't go very far. It dribbled up to the circle and looked like a bunt. So a swinging bunt and a 1-3 play has the 3rd out, and Lovington gets out of it, but not before they give up the 1 run that forces them at the continuation of the game. And if they hadn't allowed that run, the game would have been over by 10-run rule. But 1 run on 1 hit. There were 2 errors and 2 left on base. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lovington coming up to the plate. They want to go ahead and get some more runs. Maybe if Lovington gets 1 run across in this at bat, it will be a walk-off win. If they can get 1 run and make it 11-1, they will win this game early. We'll be back with Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. It is the bottom of the 5th inning, but the top of the order for Lovington as number 3, Avery Marquez, your designated player, up to the plate. Bottom of the 5th. 10-1 is your score. All Lovington need is 1 run. Lovington needs 1 run to have a walk-off, run-ruled inning win, 5th inning win. So top of the 2 balls, 1 strike on Marquez, the batter now. No outs, nobody on. Swing and a foul back out of play. That was inside pitch, and it was kind of high. It ran up on Marquez. She decided she wanted to hit it. She had to kind of pull her elbows in and swung a little bit late and fouled it off to the right. But Marquez very capable of giving that ball a big ride. She has 2 singles in the game and a fly out. This is her 4th plate appearance. That's low for ball number 3, so 3-1 the count. She's had 2 singles, crossed the plate once, and a fly out to the shortstop. Marquez with a knee sprain, not playing in the field for these 2 games today. Oh, a high fly ball. Is it out of the park? It is. It's gone. And that is the run that Lovington needed. Game is over. 11-1 your score on a solo home run by Marquez. A walk-off solo home run gives Lovington the 11-1 victory in the first of this doubleheader against Portales. Congratulations to the Lady Wildcats winning this one 11-1 and a solo home run to put the cap on it. So we'll be back to wrap this one up and have about a 30-minute break between the games. But we'll be back to wrap this 11-1 victory by Lovington up with more Lady Wildcats softball coming up right here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
When it comes to your hard-earned...
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to to Lovington Lady Wildcat softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I did the doubleheader of that Lovington, that Hobbs. See, I've got Hobbs and Lovington mixed up. I did the doubleheader for Hobbs last night in Hobbs, and wow, it was a short night. I can tell you, it was a long week and a short night. But happy that the Lady Wildcats here are celebrating a win, 11-1 over Portales. 11-1, a walk-off run rule win on a solo homer by Marquez in the bottom of the 5th gives Lovington the victory, and here's how they got it. Lovington scored 11 runs on 12 hits. They committed 3 errors, left 4 on base, and for Portales, they scored 1 run on 5 hits, committed 2 errors, left 6 on base. And your starting pitcher takes the loss for Portales. That's Banda. Marquez came in relief of her. But your winning pitcher is Daphne Urahara with 4 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 hit batter. And nice job, all in all, by Lovington. They did not have as many batters that they left on base. That's been something that's sort of plagued them even in their wins. But they only left 4 on base. They did commit 3 errors. That's uncharacteristic. But still, they came up with the big wins. They had some room to give. By that time, they were up big. By the time they committed most of their errors, they had at least 9 runs across, so 8 or 9 runs. They ended up with the 11-1 final win, though, and some good hitting, some good power as multiple hits, including that solo home run to seal the deal for Lovington by Avery Marquez in the bottom of the 5th. Marquez already also had 2 singles to go with that. Corral had a single. Let's see, Olguin had a single. Angelina Corral had a single and a solo home run for Angelina Corral. Chloe Corral had a single and scored a run. Chavarria had an RBI double. Hernandez had an RBI single. Quiroga had an RBI single and a 2 RBI triple. And Morales had an RBI single. So good hitting. and a good win for Lovington. So notch another district win for them, and the second game against Portales on this doubleheader will come up probably in starting in about 20 minutes or so. So we'll take the break and be back with the second game after the 11-1 win in the first of this doubleheader Saturday here at Wildcat Field. I'll have more Lady Wildcat softball coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. So glad that the power, and I hope I'm not going to jinx it, I'm going to knock on wood. Hopefully the power has been stable. It was very rocky as we had lots of power outages before the game. The first game got started, and even in the first couple of innings as it got started. And, of course, that threw everything off. We lost power completely here at the field. And apparently they were having power problems in at least part of Lovington to go along with that. But once they, after that third power outage, we've been stable and hopefully will not have any further problems, as we had some wind earlier on. Not sure what caused the power problems themselves, but luckily we're back and hopefully won't have any problems. So a much more calm start to this second game than the scrambling and the problems at the beginning of last game. But we made it all happen, got it all on the air. Everything's good. And now we're ready for the second of a doubleheader here in Lovington, as Portales has come to town for a district doubleheader, and Lovington won the first one 11-1. In a walk-off solo home run by Avery Marquez in the bottom of the fifth inning. 11-1, your final score in the first game. And that improved Lovington to 16-7 overall, 7-2 in district. They are ranked 4th in New Mexico 4A, and they will finish up after the game, this second game today. They will finish up their regular season on Tuesday against Artesia. They will be at Artesia, so it's going to be 3 more games officially for the regular season. And, of course, ranked 4th in New Mexico 4A, Lovington will be assured of a postseason here. And even if they were to lose all 3 of their games remaining, they would certainly still have a very good record and to probably be hosting, have a good enough record. Hopefully they'll be hosting the playoff game or play-in game to the state tournament, but that's far down the road. We got to play them one at a time, and they've got to finish this doubleheader against Portales here, just winning the first one. And of course, they have beaten Portales 2 other times in Portales earlier in the district season. But you can never assume, and Portales is 9-12 now on the season, 1-8 in district. They're ranked 14th in New Mexico 4A, and they finish up their season on Monday night at Goddard. But this game will get underway here in just a few minutes, the second of the doubleheader, and it's still a bit windy. Our wind is gusting up probably, I'd say 25, 30 miles an hour, and maybe stronger at times, blowing from left to right across the field and kicking up lots of dirt and dust still. So we'll have that to contend with. And in this second game, Coach McCraw is using the opportunity to get some players some playing time, some of his younger players and bench or reserve players some playing time. And he's going to pull off the Quiroga, the starting catcher, and give Tavera a chance to catch, at least to begin with in this game. And Daphne Urahara, after winning the first game, was also going to be on the bench in reserve. And Angelina Corral is coming out of the field and going to be on the bench in this one as well. He is also using Sabri Sanchez, who is usually his third pitcher. And we are ready to go in this one as number 5, Miley Banda, your lead-off batter for Portales, coming up to the plate. And the first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1 as Sabri Sanchez on the mound for Lovington and Tavera behind the plate. That's your battery, getting some younger players some playing time, and that's important. The sort of the passing of the baton, so to speak, from one team to the next, especially with seniors graduating and leaving the team in the hands of the younger players. So Sanchez on the mound, Tavera behind the plate. Third pitch is in, and you've got 3 straight balls on Banda. So Sanchez has got to hit the zone with this pitch. 3-0 the count. Banda, your leadoff batter for Portales. That is going to stay high for ball 4. 4 straight balls puts Banda on first base. No outs. Number 2, Abby Marquez, your pitcher, coming up to the plate. And Marquez started in center field in the first game for Portales and came into the circle in relief of the starting pitcher, Banda, in that first game. First pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. So 1-0 a call strike. I'm sorry, excuse me. 0-1 the count on Marquez. No outs, 1 on. Oh, a good pitch. As a beautiful fastball over the center of the plate at the knees. Swung on and missed for strike 2 as Sanchez starting to pick up the pace and find the zone here, dialing it in. 0-2 count. And a swing. Yep, it was a call strike, a check swing, but a call strike over the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. So a strikeout and out number 1, a first strikeout for Sanchez. Brings up number 15, Siria Aguirre, to the plate. Aguirre playing third base again in this game for Portales. And the first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. Tivera gets up and grabs it. It looked like Banda thought it was going to be a pass ball, and she was ready to take second. But Tivera said, no, not so fast. So 1-0 count on Aguirre. And that's going to be inside for ball number 2. So 2-0 the count. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the first, second of this doubleheader here in Lovington. Lovington winning the first one 11-1. They'd like to make it a sweep of Portales here. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So 2-1 the count. A lot of pop in the glove there. Sanchez bringing some heat. Number 23, Bailey Hinderleiter, your designated player, on deck. A swing and a foul tip back to the screen for strike 2. So count is even on Aguirre. And Aguirre struck out once. She reached on an error and hit a single and got stranded. So she went 1 for 3 in that first game. A swing and a line drive shot to Morales at second base. She quickly throws over to first and gets Banda off the base for a double play. And Lovington turned a double play in the first game and now have turned their first double play in this game. Nice presence of mind there, as it was, thank you. You're very kind. Thank you. Double play. Let's see. Aguirre had a line drive out to Honey Morales for the first out, and then Honey threw over to first base 4-3 for the second out. Caught her off base for the third out, that is. So strikeout number 1, a line drive to Honey Morales for out number 2, and then the throw over to first for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, a little unconventional, but we'll take it with a nicely turned double play by Lovington. We'll go ahead and keep it. We'll go ahead and take a quick word from one of our sponsors here.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan, and welcome in. Thank you for watching and listening to your Lovington Lady Wildcats here. As in the top of the first inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. A nicely turned double play by Honey Morales, and then Honey and Olguin to get them back in the dugout and now at the plate. Bottom of the first inning, no score, 0-0 here in the second of a doubleheader at Wildcat Field in Lovington. So coming up to the bat for top of the order for Lovington will be number 3, Avery Marquez, your designated player. And your battery for Portales is Marquez in the circle. And a line drive shot is going to be right to long. So one pitch to Marquez, one hit, and one out. So a line drive shot right to the second baseman for the first out. But a lot of power in that, as Marquez knows how to swing the bat for sure. We'll save that for later in the game, maybe. Maybe she'll get more hits. She had the solo home run to allow Lovington to have their walk-off bottom of the fifth win, 11-1 in that first game against Portales. So that's why the Portales dugout erupted when she hit that line drive out, because she was responsible for putting the nail in the coffin on Portales in that first game. Honey Morales up to the plate now. Second pitch is in, and it's going to be a ball. So count is even 1-1. She fouled off the first pitch for a strike, 1-1. Morales playing second base, batting second this time around. A swing and a foul back out of play off to the right for a strike number 2. A good cut at it for Honey. On deck is number 6, Zimmery Ellis in right field, and in the hole, number 9, Jocelyn O'Geen at first base, your cleanup hitter. So one out, nobody on, to bottom of the first inning. With a 1-2 count, and that's a straight up the middle grounder, hot one. But coming in is Banda from center field to make the stop and a throw to second. So Morales will have a nice single and sits on first base trying to get the run started for Lovington. Ellis coming up to the plate. Ellis was a courtesy runner. Ellis ran for Quiroga, the catcher, in the first game and saw a lot of action on the base paths. Did a nice job for Lovington. First pitch is going to be low and outside for ball 1. As Mayberry is behind the plate in this game for Portales. Mitchell on first, Long on second, Aguirre on third, Ornelas at short, and Cordova, Banda, and Baca left to right in the field. Ellis swing and a miss as Marquez brought the heat, and Ellis swung under that and a little late for strike 1. So 0-1 count. Wouldn't be surprised if Marquez just decides to throw one just like it. Another fastball up the middle. 1-1 count. One out, one on. That's going to miss high and outside for ball 2. Mayberry grabbed that because Morales out on first was dancing around looking like she would like to steal second. Stays put, though. O'Geen on deck now, and number 16, Yaya Garcia, your third baseman for Lovington, in the hole. That misses. Oh, no, it hit the outside corner. Ooh, I think if Ellis had tried to hit it, her bat would have been too short. I'm not sure that the ump, as long as he calls them consistently, if he's going to call it that far out on the corner, not a problem. As long as you know what to expect as a batter and a pitcher. That's going to be high for ball number 2. So 2-2 the count, and that ball, a throw down to first to get the dancing Morales back safely, but the ball goes out in right field. 2-2 the count. No, it's a 3-2 count. I missed writing one of those balls down. 3-2 count. Count full on Ellis at the bat with Morales on first. One out, and a swing and a foul ball over toward the Lovington dugout. So count remains full on Ellis. Lovington, of course, with that victory in the first of this doubleheader, improves to 7-2 in district play, 16-7 on the season. High pop fly. Coming up under it is the catcher, and she's going to stumble and miss it as Mayberry threw off her mask, and I think she may have lost it in the sun and then lost her footing. I think she stepped in a hole there in the batter's box near the plate. And as a result, Ellis is on first. So the E2 puts Ellis on, and Morales moves to second. Runners at first and second now. Just the one out. O'Geen, the cleanup hitter to the plate. And first pitch is going to be outside and get away from Mayberry, and that's going to advance the runners. Morales takes third. Ellis moves to second on the wild pitch. And a 1-0 count on Olguin now. 1 out, 2 on. Runners at second and third for Lovington now. And that hard, high fly ball going out to right field, that is, but grabbed by Baca. Tagging up, though. Both runners tag up, and Morales comes in, and Ellis moves to third. So Olguin with a sac fly RBI to right field. It's the second out, but a nice RBI out of that for Olguin. 1-0, your Lovington Lady Cats leading this one now. 2 outs, 1 runner on. 2 outs, 1 on. That's Ellis over there in third, I believe. Number 16, Yaya Garcia, playing third base for Lovington in this game. Stepping up to the plates. And 2 outs, 1 on. Garcia at the plate. 1-0 your score. Lovington would like to increase that lead. The first pitch is going to be low and outside for ball number 1. Whew, that air is chilly. I'm gonna put on my put my vest back on, as the window is open to allow you to see the camera through the window. You know, get the camera. And there's a ground ball headed to short, picked up, fired to first, and is going to be in time. So a ground out ends Lovington's at bat. Score it 5-3 for the third out, but not before Lovington puts 1 run across. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base, and we go to the top of the second inning. Lovington leading 1-0. We'll be back with more Lady Wildcat softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cats softball. In the bottom of the first inning, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base. And we go to the top of the second. Portales coming up to the plate. And it is the heart of the order, 4, 5, and 6 for the Lady Rams. Hinderleiter, Ornelas, Mayberry. First pitch is going to be high for ball 1. Sanchez on the mound for Lovington. Tavera behind the plate. Olguin at first. Morales at second. Garcia at third. Hernandez at short. And Chavarria, Corral, Ellis from left to right in the field. A swing and a foul tip back to the screen as Hinderleiter chased one high. 1-1 the count. Nobody out, nobody on. And that is going to just miss just above the letters for ball number 2. 2-1 the count on Hinderleiter. And it's number 6, Angel Ornelas on deck, and number 14, Addison Mayberry in the hole. And that ball comes in. It's going to be ball number 3. 3-1 the count on Hinderleiter. As Coach McGraw getting a chance here in this second game of the doubleheader to get some of his younger and reserve players some time. And that's a grounder headed to Hernandez. She scoops it up, fires over to Olguin for the first out. Nicely played. 6-3 for the first out. Brings up Ornelas to the plate. Ornelas, the shortstop. Ornelas popped out and grounded out. Her only 2 times at bat in that first game for Portales. So 1 out. And a swing and a miss with Sanchez. She brought the heat. A lot of pop in the glove on that. And Ornelas swung a little under that for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Sanchez. Oh, you know what? That was a pretty good pitch. Even though Ornelas turned away, it wasn't that far inside. Just enough inside to be a ball. 1-1. The count on Ornelas. That's a swing and a miss as Sanchez took a little bit off that. Not a true changeup, just an off-speed pitch on the outside corner for strike number 2. 1-2 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second, Lovington is leading 1-0. A swing and a high fly ball is going to go out of play and drop over there between the bleacher sections for a foul, and that will just keep the count at 1-2. So 1-2 the count. A swing and a high fly ball out of play again, off to the right. So Ornelas fighting off a few pitches to stay alive at the bat with a 1-2 count. 1 out, nobody on. Lovington would like to get some outs efficiently, get back to the dugout. And that's a ground ball headed to Hernandez. She scoops it up, fires to Olguin for out number 2. So back-to-back 6-3s in the scorebook for out number 2. And that is going to bring up Addison Mayberry. Mayberry, your catcher for Portales in this second game. Hinderleiter was the catcher in the first game. So this will be Mayberry's first plate appearance in the doubleheader. Ooh, that's going to miss not by much. Outside corner, but a little low. Ball 1 on Mayberry. 1-0 the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Lovington would like to get back to the dugout and increase their lead. It's 1-0, your game right now. And that misses high and outside for ball 2. So Sanchez just needs to dial it back into the strike zone. That is going to be just a bit high. It's right over the plate. It looked like it was going to run in and then just had some late movement on it, but it was a little too high, so 3-0 the count. Although Mayberry gave it a look. I thought she might be swinging at it. That misses outside for ball 4, and that's going to mean a walk. And Lovington needs to seal this, shut this down right here and not let Portales get any momentum and get a 2-out rally going as Coach Bonner, the head coach, wants to talk to her batter. And there's a courtesy runner for the catcher, as usual. Catcher and pitcher get courtesy runners if they so choose. And Emma Long at the plate, your second baseman. First pitch is in low. So Sanchez on the mound just needs to find the zone and throw strikes. Trust the fielders. Just put it in the zone and throw strikes. That is going to miss outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Bringing the heat, throwing a breaking ball, but it broke too much. So 2-0 the count on Long. That's a strike, and that's a grounder over to Morales at second base. She scoops it up, tosses it to first, and 4-3 for out number 3. So 4 up, 3 down for Portales. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Lovington leading 1-0. They're coming up to the bat, and we'll have more Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. So bottom of the second inning. In the top of the second, Portales scored no runs on no hits. There were no errors, 1 left on base. And we go to the bottom of the second. And your first batter, it's 6, 7, and 8 due up with Anali Chavarria, your left fielder, wearing jersey 7. And the first pitch is a ball 1-0 on Chavarria. So Lovington, that's a strike on the outside corner, yes. 1-1. Lovington with the 1 run is a good start, but they need to increase that lead, pad that against Portales. They won the first of this doubleheader, first game 11-1. That pitch is a grounder straight up the middle, and Ornelas picks it up, but bobbles it and then makes the throw not in time. So that's going to be an E6 and put Chavarria on the bases for Lovington. Number 5, Layla Hernandez, your shortstop, up to the plate. In that first game, Hernandez had an RBI single, a fly out, and a ground out. She was 1 for 3 and would like to get a hit right here and move the runner around or bring her in. And that is going to be a ground ball, a double playable one, and it is a double play for Portales as Hernandez hit a grounder pretty much right to Ornelas, who was able to scoop it up. So a double play, 6-4-3, and that is out. That's outs 1 and 2 for Portales. And I think they're gonna. I think there is something, maybe let's see, maybe a question about that. I think they're saying that the first baseman was off the bag, and she jumped up to catch the ball and then came down on the bag, and that the runner crossed while she was in the air. So Lovington coaches making the argument that that second out of the double play was not an out, but the umpires say the call stands. The call stands, so I'm adjusting the score bug and writing that in the book. So Chavarria thrown out at second for the first out. And then Hernandez, the throw over to first for the second out. So a double play. Lovington has had 2 double plays today. Now, number 1, Bethany Tavera, your catcher, up to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-0, Lovington leading. A swing and a high fly ball headed out to right field. Paca's coming up under it, and it hits in front of her, and that's going to be a double for Bethany Tavera. Going to be an error. Shall we catch it? Is it going to be called an error? Well, it hit in front of her. It didn't hit her glove. It hit in front of her. If it hit her glove and fell out, I would say that, but I'm going to call it a double for Tavera. So a 2-out rally maybe for Lovington as Tavera on second. Number 14, Chloe Corral, up to the plate, your center fielder. And she hits a nice line drive shot out between right and center that will score one. And Corral, wow, Corral with an RBI double. Nicely done. An RBI double scores Tavera from second. Well, the courtesy runner for Tavera anyway, the courtesy runner. And that's going to bring up the top of the order. So 2 outs and 1 on, and indeed a little 2-out rally going on here. Makes it 2-0, Lovington leading, and Avery Marquez, your leadoff batter, in the order up to the plate. And that's going to be a hot shot that gets by Long at second, rolls all the way to the fence between center and right, and that will score Corral from second. So an RBI single by Avery Marquez continues the 2-out rally for Lovington. So Marquez on first. 3-0 your score. And Honey Morales up to the plate. She hit a single and scored her last time up. She's 1 for 1. Playing second base for Lovington in last game and this one. So 2 outs, 1 on. And that is going to be outside, but Mayberry grabs it to keep it from being a pass ball. It was a wild pitch, but no harm, no foul, as Marquez stays put on first. Of course, Marquez with the knee injury, a little slower than normal, but she is in the game as designated player. And that is a swing and a miss as Morales takes a healthy cut at it and evens up the count 1-1. So 1-1 the count. Marquez not playing out in center field, her normal position with that knee injury, but her bat is so important to the Lovington Lady Girls and with her, the Lady Wildcats that is, that even with that injury, she's just, I'm sure it's wrapped and taped and could be glued, and for all I know, they're doing everything they can to kind of immobilize that in a way that still allows her to move and play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Honey Morales staying alive at the plate, fighting off some pitches, a 1-2 count. 2 outs, 1 on. Lovington has put 2 runs across the board in this at-bat. They'd like to increase that, keep this 2-out rally going. Honey Morales certainly capable of doing that. Oh, and that's going to remain high for ball 2. So 2-2 the count. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Lots of 2s going on. 3-0 your score, though. Lovington leading. They won the first game of this doubleheader, 11-1. This pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball 3, and it runs the count full on Morales. And by the way, more news about Lovington players coming up. Swing and a miss as Morales goes down swinging for the 3rd out, and that ends Lovington's at bat, but not before they put 2 runs across. They do it with 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. So we'll go to the top of the 3rd inning. Lovington leading this one 3-0, and more Lady Wildcat softball coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smart
Stone Oilfield Services
Money,
says
selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan here at Wildcat Field in Lovington as we get ready for Portales coming up to the plate in the top of the third inning. They trail 3-0 to Lovington, and it is going to be the bottom of the order. Bottom of the order, Dossie Cordova up to the plate, number 17. It's her first plate appearance in this game. Swing and a little hit over to Olguin. She has to play it though, leap up and catch that, climb a little bit of a ladder to get that, move over to her right for that. So a pop out to position 3, the first baseman for the first out, and that's going to bring the 9th slot hitter, Emma Baca, your right fielder, to the plate, a left-handed batter. And I'm assuming probably maybe going to be a slap bunt batter. Yes, that is a bunt coming in on it. The pitcher makes the throw, not in time though, as that was a credit where credit's due. That was done about as well as you can do it. And we see a lot of bad bunts, of poor bunts, both regular bunts and slap bunts. And Baca just masterfully deadened that ball and hit it in a place that made it difficult and slow for everyone to be able to get it. The pitcher, third baseman, catcher, all right there, but nobody could get that, even despite the good throw, just not in time. So Baca on with a bunt single and brings up the top of the order. Miley Bonda to the plate, fouls one off. Bonda, a left-handed batter. And a nice pitch. Strike number 2 on Bonda. 0-2 count. Bonda worked a walk and then got thrown out as part of thrown out at second. Got caught off base in a double play in that very first at bat. So top of the third. 1 out. A 2-2 count now is the score bug. Sorry about that. It flickered and I had to come back to it. My phone screen flickered and clicked off of that. And there's a hit. That's going to fall into shallow left field for a hit. Good throw in, though, to second base, but your runners are safe. So Baca reached on the bunt single, and then Bonda has a single out in left field. So now runners at first and second for Portales here. 1 out, 2 on. And Marquez to the plate. Marquez, your pitcher. 1 out, 2 on. Lovington leading this one 3-0 here in the top of the third. A swing and a high fly ball could be trouble. Yes, it's headed out to deep right, really between right and center field. And that is going to score 1. So Marquez has an RBI double and sits on second base as Baca came in from second and Bonda is on third. So runners at second and third, and your score is now 3-1 here in the second of a doubleheader against Portales. As Portales trying to make it interesting here. They're threatening, and a swing and a miss. Siria Aguirre at the plate. And an 0-1 count. So just the 1 out still. And Lovington needs to get the second and third outs and keep Portales from launching one of those innings where it just is endless, keeps going with lots of momentum. So 0-2 count on Aguirre. Hinderleiter is on deck, Ornelas in the hole. It's probably worth noting, this is the second time around for this order. So the second time that these batters are seeing Sanchez, the pitcher, and what she's got, and they're starting to tee off on Sanchez a bit. That stays high for ball 2 as Aguirre flinched, thought about going, but held off. So 1 out, 2 on, 1 runner across in this inning. 3-1 is your score. Lovington still leading. His swing and a miss. Nice work as Sanchez struck her out. And that's the second strikeout for Sanchez in the game, and out number 2. And that is going to bring up Bailey Hinderleiter, your designated player, to the plate. She grounded out to the shortstop her last time up. This is her second plate appearance. And yes, that catches the outside corner for call, strike 1. And a throw down to third base, keeping Banda honest. She scrambles back safely, though. So 1-2 the count. On a windy Saturday, second of a doubleheader here against Portales. So fouls that back out of play. And strike 2 now on Hinderleiter. Sanchez on the mound for Lovington. Tavera behind the plate. That's your battery. Sanchez usually is either comes in relief or your third string pitcher. But Coach McCraw seeing a chance to get some of the younger and reserve players out in the field with game experience today. Oh, a nice strike. Man, Sanchez threw a changeup, took some speed off of that and got Hinderleiter ahead of it. Swing and a miss for strikeout number 3 for number 3 for Sanchez, and the third out in this inning. So Lovington got into a little bit of a jam there as Portales was threatening to break it wide open, and instead Lovington sealed the deal and gave up just the 1 run on 3 hits. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. Lovington leading 3-1. We'll be back with more Lady Wildcats softball right here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth and City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And in the top of the third inning, there were 2 runs. Or actually, in the top of the third inning, there was 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. And in the bottom of the third inning, Lovington coming up to bat. And it's number 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Zimri Ellis, your right fielder, up to bat. She reached on an error and got stranded her first time up. Watches the first pitch go outside and low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. 1-0 the count. Olguin is on deck and Garcia in the hole. Second pitch is also going to be a ball. So 2-0 the count. That is Marquez on the mound or in the circle rather for Portales. Mayberry behind the plate. Mitchell at first, Long at second, Aguirre at third, Ornelas at short, Cordova, Banda, Baca left to right in the field. And that is a ball. 3-0 the count. Oh, 3-1 the count, rather. 3-1 on Ellis, who would like to get something started for Lovington here. They're leading by 1. A high fly ball out of play off to the right is going to run the count full on Zimri Ellis, as Lovington is leading this 3-1, but they need some insurance runs. They need to get some base runners and move them around and in this at bat if they can manage it. So nobody out, nobody on. First batter up. Full count on Ellis. Olguin on deck. Yaya Garcia in the hole. In this second game of a windy doubleheader here at Wildcat Field. Windy and cool today. The sun is hot. Oh, yes, call strike 3 as Emery Ellis watches that. And unfortunately, it's a strikeout for Marquez. So out number 1 brings Olguin to the plate, and she had a sac fly RBI her first time up. This is her second plate appearance. She helped Lovington get one of their 3 runs on the board so far. And the first pitch is in, swung on, and a strike. 0-1 the count. So Lovington needing to get some more runs on the board. 2 is just not comfortable enough. A high pop fly gets hung up by the wind. Heading over is Aguirre from third base to grab it. So a pop out to third base is the second out, and that brings up number 16, Yaya Garcia, playing third in this game. Coming in relief, she's usually a relief player. Coach McCraw letting his bench or reserve players get some action in this second of the doubleheader against Portales. That first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. And in the first at bat, Garcia grounded out to the third baseman. This is her second plate appearance. So she is 0 for 1. 1-0 the count on her. A swing and a check swing, but she went around. Yes, she did. So 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count on Garcia. Olguin popped out to the third. Oh, and that's a well-hit ball down the third base line. A fair ball, and it was a hot smoker that went by Aguirre and puts Garcia on first. So nicely done. She pulled that pitch all the way around and has a single. To get Lovington going with a 2-out rally, maybe. It brings up number 7, Annalise Chavarria, your left fielder at the plate. She reached on an error and got thrown out as part of a double play in the last at-bat. That's going to be outside as the catcher, Mayberry, tried to frame that up for the ump and say, wait a minute, that's a strike. But nope, it is a ball. 1-0 the count on Chavarria. That's going to miss outside as well. So 2-0 the count. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Lovington wants to get a 2-out rally going. They lead this one 3-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. They'd like to get some insurance runs. That is going to hit the outside corner. Yes, it will, as at the knees and just across the middle to the outer part of the plate. Chavarria gives it a good look. Lets it go. 2-1 is your count. So I'm getting... No. And there's a hit straight up the middle as Ornelas gets a glove on it and then touches second base for the force out, getting Garcia out at second for the third out. So Chavarria would have reached on a fielder's choice, but that is 6 unassisted for the third out. So 6 unassisted, 3 outs. Lovington threatens but comes up empty. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're going to go to the top of the 4th inning, and Lovington leading 3-1 here in Lovington. More Lady Cat softball coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Welcome back to Lady Wildcats softball here as the first batter up hits a bunt. The throw not in time as Garcia came in from third to try to make the throw, and just a little slow in getting there, and the throw not quite on target. So Ornelas safe at first on an infield single. Really not enough error there to call that an error. Just not fielded as quickly or as cleanly enough as it would have to be able to get the bunt. So an infield bunt single puts Ornelas on first. Mayberry up at the plate, and the throw going down to second goes out to center field. But Ornelas safely on second with the stolen base. Now Mayberry, first pitch on her was a ball. It's top of the fourth inning. No outs. One runner on. 1-0 count on Mayberry, your catcher. A swing and a miss. So strike one is Mayberry, very anxious, really wanting to bring that run in, chasing a high one, but we'll take it. 1-1 the count. No outs, one runner on. That is Ornelas in scoring position for Portales. They trail only by 2 runs. A high fly ball is going to go out of play off to the bleachers on the right side and be a long high fly. Strike one, or strike two rather. So 1-2 the count now. We have scores coming in from around Lee County as Dora beat Jowl softball 13-11 this morning in the first of a doubleheader there. Jowl baseball is playing a doubleheader at 1 and 3 p.m. and you can watch and listen to Jowl Sports, listen to the game on Jowl Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. A swing and a foul tip back. Count remains 1-2 on Mayberry. Of course, you're watching and listening to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. We'll hope you'll just stay right here and watch this second of the doubleheader that Lovington won the first game 11-1, and they're leading this one 3-1. That's going to stay high for ball 2. So 2-2 the count. You know, Mayberry has chased a couple of high pitches, and Sanchez probably thought she might bait her into going for it. That's going to be high and outside, pop out of the glove of Tavera. That was not a wild pitch. I mean, she had to come up for it, but she had it in her glove and then dropped it. So I would call that a pass ball, and that's going to allow Ornelas to reach third base. So 3-2, full count on Mayberry here. No outs, one runner on third, and that is going to be in. Whoa, call, strike on the inside corner. A strikeout for the first out, and that is strikeout number 4 for Sanchez in this game. So 1 out, 1 on, as Portales is trying to catch up and showing bunt. Pops it up, though, but Tavera loses it, and it ends up popping up back all the way back to the screen. And even if she had thrown off her mask and had seen it, I don't think she could have got there back in time to catch that. I think even Quiroga could not have done that. So I'm not sure DePorto could have done that. And she was a fantastic catcher as well. So swing and a miss for strike 2 on Long. As 0-2 count now on Long. 1 out, 1 on. in the top of the fourth inning here, and that is going to miss outside. A nice breaking ball, broke a little too much, had some speed on that, pop in the glove for ball 1, 1-2 the count. And another foul, and this time, yes, Tavera can see it, but she just can't get to it in time. That dirt is kind of deep, and it acts like it's almost sandy, and it's a little tough to negotiate. You get your feet get stuck, especially if you're a catcher trying to get up and move. But she gave it a nice try. Count remains 1-2. Swing and a miss as Sanchez threw the rise ball, the rising heater, and got long, having to protect the plate, chasing a little bit, and strike out. Out number 2, strikeout number 5 for Sanchez in the game. And she's only walked 2 batters as well. Let's knock on wood when I say that. Don't want to give her the announcer's curse here. So 2 outs, 1 runner on, as Lovington wants to try to get out of this inning without allowing a Portales run. 2 outs, 1 on. A swing and a miss as a little off-speed breaking ball over the outside corner. So 1-1 the count. Swing and a foul back to the screen for strike 2. 1-2 count. Two outs, 1 runner on here, as Lovington's leading 3-1, and Portales would like to tie it up, but Lovington would like to get this out and not allow a run. A swing and I think a foul tip. So a swing and a foul tip to stay alive at the plate as Cordova took off for first base. She thought it was just a swing and a miss, and the ball getting away from Tavera back to the backstop, but she got a piece of it. There it is. That's the third swing. Swing and a miss, and 3 straight strikeouts for Sanchez as Portales threatens but comes up empty with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. And we are going to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lovington coming up to the bat, and they lead this one 3-1. So we'll be back with more Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Devon Energy is...
When it comes to your hard-earned money,
traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth and City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan. And in the top of the 4th, there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th with Lovington coming up to the plate. They lead this one 3-1, and it's 6-7-8 in the order. No, it's 7-8-9 in the order coming up for Lovington. So Layla up to the plate, fouls off the first pitch for an 0-1 count. So Hernandez grounded into a double play her first time up to bat. This is her second plate appearance. She hits a nice shot out to left field, shallow left, and that drops in with Cordova coming up, making the throw into second. So Layla Hernandez with a nice single. A nice little line drive shot that died out there into shallow left for a single. Puts her on first. and brings up number 1, Bethany Tavera, your catcher, to the plate. She hit a double and scored her last time up for Lovington. Responsible for one of those 3 runs on the board for Lovington. 3-1, your score. She shows bunt, and a pretty nice one, but it rolls just foul. As she deadened that one, but not quite enough as it rolled out of fair territory. So it becomes a strike. Still an attempt to move the runner around, even sacrificing an out possibly for it, but she's pretty speedy. We'll see if she shows bunt again with Hernandez sitting on first. Nope, swing away, and a high foul is hit over there toward the Lovington dugout. Mitchell comes over from first to try to get it, but he can't hang on to it. So whoosh, Lovington breathes a sigh of relief. It just becomes a strike. 0-2 count on Tavera now. We know that she can hit that ball capably. She smacked it for a double her first time up in this game, so we'd like to see that here again. As no outs, Hernandez on first. Corral is on deck. And then top of the order, Marcus in the hole, and that comes in low in the dirt. Mayberry stops it, threatens to throw to first. Does not. So 1-2 count now. It's Tavera having to protect the plate. I believe she swung on the first pitch that she saw her first time up to bat, and that is going to be a foul out of play off to the right. Count remains 1-2. Tavera protecting the plate. Going to have to swing at anything close enough to be called a strike. Try to get the hit if she can. If not, at least spoil it off like that to stay alive at the bat. So 1-2 the count. No outs, 1 runner on. Here we are, bottom of the 4th inning. Lovington leading 3-1 after having won the first game of this doubleheader today, 11-1 against Portales. A swing and a ground ball finds its way between short and third. And that is going to move Hernandez over to second, and Tavera on with a single. Nicely hit. It helped that Ornelas had shaded over to second base. Ornelas had shaded over to second, anticipating a throw. And if she had been playing in her regular position, she might have been able to stop that. Don't know if she would have had a throw or not. As it was, it's simply a single. And Quiroga will run for Tavera. So Tavera on first, but Quiroga, the starting catcher, will run in her place. So Quiroga on first, Hernandez on second, and Chloe Corral, your batter. One of the seniors on the Lovington team this year, wearing jersey number 14, playing in center field today in place of Avery Marquez, who's got a sprained knee. And a high fly ball coming over, calling for it is Long, the second baseman, and she catches it. So Corral gives it a ride, but pops out to the second baseman. She had an RBI double her last time up, though. So Corral 1 for 2. So first out for Lovington. Runners at first and second. Marquez coming up to the plate. Marquez had that solo homer to give Lovington the walk-off 11-1 win last game. Ooh, swing and a miss as Marcus took a very healthy cut at that. She had an RBI single, got stranded her last time up, and hit a line drive to the second baseman her first time up today. She's 1 for 2. 0-1 count. Runners at first and second. Lovington would like to get more runs in if they can. They've leading this one 3-1. Oh, Marcus flinched on that, wanted to go. Let it go wisely as a ball. It was outside enough to be a ball. So 1-1 count on Marquez. Morales on deck. Ellis in the hole for your Lady Cats. Swing and a hit right back up the middle, right over Marquez's head, the pitcher, and that's going to score 1. So nicely done. An RBI single for Marquez. Puts her on first. And that brings Hernandez in. And, Quiroga moves over to second. So 4-1 your score now. And Morales at the plate. She struck out her last time up, singled, and scored her first time up. She's 1 for 2. So 1 out, 2 on. Runners at first and second. First pitch in is a ball. 1-0 the count. 1-0. And shows bunt. And I don't know, will they say the ball was low? It was low. I think he's going to call it a ball. I wasn't sure she got the bat back in time, but I guess she did. So 2-0 the count. 1 out, runners at first and second. Ellis on deck, Olguin in the hole, and that's going to be high and outside for ball 3. So 3-0 the count. 3-0. Lovington with that extra run in. 4-1 is your score here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That is going to miss low for ball 4, so Morales takes the walk, and that loads the bases up as Quiroga goes to third, Marquez to second, and Morales on first, and number 6, Zimmery Ellis up to the plate. Ellis struck out her last time up, reached on an error, and got stranded her first time up. And with 1 out, a force on any base, and the infielders are all moved. They've all moved way in, playing very shallow. First hit down the third base line, rolls foul. Nice cut on that as Ellis was way in front of it. And 0-1 count. So 1 out, bases loaded. Ellis up to the plate, Olguin on deck, Garcia in the hole. Second pitch going to stay high and outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count as Ellis steps back in the box. Bases loaded. And that is high and outside for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. Let's see. Marquez has not walked a batter in this second game. She came in relief and pitched about half of the first game. Oh, swing and a miss. As I think that pitch probably would have been called a strike on the outside corner. So Ellis just a little behind that fastball, that fast breaking ball. 2-2 the count. Just the 1 out. Bases loaded, though. Lovington really wanting to get some more insurance runs across, and that is going to run high, and Ellis has to move back. A little chin music there. 3-2 the count. It's full. Full count. Bases loaded. Only the 1 out, though. You just don't want to hit into a double play, and all of the infielders are playing really close, and that misses outside, and that's going to walk a run in, and that's an RBI walk for Ellis. Puts her on first. That brought Quiroga in. Quiroga, your pinch runner for Tavera. Marquez moves to third. Morales moves to second. Ellis on first, and Jocelyn Olguin, your cleanup hitter, at the plate. A little meeting in the circle for Portales as that walk to run in, and 5-1 is your score now with just the 1 out and a very capable hitter at the plate. Now Olguin popped out to the third baseman her last time up. She had a sac fly RBI her first time up, so she's 0 for 2 and due today. She's 0 for 2 and due. And the infield again, they all moved in. That is inside for ball 1. It moves Olguin back in the box. If she hadn't moved back, she probably would have gotten hit by that one. So 1-0 the count. Bases loaded. 1 out. Lovington would love to increase their 5-1 score. Oh, and that's a fair ball, a hot shot down the third baseline. That'll score 1. That'll score 2 as the ball rolls all the way to the fence, and the throw coming into the plate is off the mark and not in time. And moving over on the throw is Olguin. She's got a 3 RBI double. I'm going to call it a double. She moved to third on the throw to the plate. So she has a 3 RBI double, but moves to third on the throw to home. And just like that, Lovington has an 8-1 lead over Portales in this second game. Marquez scored, Morales scored, Ellis scored. And Olguin on third, and now a wild pitch in the dirt gives Olguin a chance to steal home. So Olguin comes in on a wild pitch. And it's a 1-0 count on Garcia. Still just the 1 out, too. As 9-1. I'm sorry. Now it's 9-1. It was 8-1, but with Olguin crossing the plate, that's the 9th run. So 9-1 your score. Yaya Garcia up to the plate. She hit a single and it got called out, thrown out at second on a force out her last time up to the plate. But she hit the single, and she got thrown out her first time. She's 1 for 2. Second pitch is in, and it's a 1-1 count now. Still just 1 out. Nobody on base. And Garcia looks at that one. It's outside for ball 2. 2-1. 2-1 the count now. Chavarria's on deck, Hernandez in the hole, and if we get that far, Hernandez, if she comes up to the plate, it'll be her second time. Oh, a high fly ball is drifting, and coming over from it. It was out there between left and center field, and the left fielder, Cordova, actually called for it and came over and grabbed it. So Garcia gave it a ride, a high fly ball that really got hung up. I think it would have gone further. It would have gone further. Would have gone farther, rather, I should say. If it weren't for the wind, it kind of hung it up a little bit. A fly out to left field. Left fielder, more in center field by the time she caught the ball for the second out. And Chavarria up to the plate. First pitch is in. It is going to be a ball. So 2 outs. Nobody on. Lovington leading this one 9-1. 6 runs have crossed the plate in this at bat. A swing and a foul back out of play over the media booth here for strike number 1. So 1-1 the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th. Lovington winning this game 9-1 so far. And they'd like to just keep it going as long as they can. Just keep the runs coming in. And that is going to be in the dirt outside for ball number 2. Gets away from the Mayberry, but nobody on. So just becomes ball number 2 on Chavarria. Reached on a fielder's choice her last time up and reached on an error and got thrown out in a double play her first time up. So she's 0 for 2. And a nice high fly ball is going to drop in. Now she's 1 for 2 with a single out there. A well-hit ball into shallow right field puts her on first base. And now Hernandez back up to the plate. And Lovington has batted around. Layla hit a single and scored her last time up. Hit into a double play her first time up. She's 1 for 2. And hits an, oh, that's out of here. That's out of the park. Yes, it is. And a solo homer. Wow. A 2-run homer, not a solo homer, but wow. So a nice one as a 2-run home run. Brings in Chavarria. and makes it 11-1. Cleans off the bases, and number 1, Bethany Tavera, your catcher, Tavera, coming up. 2 outs, nobody on. Tavera, the catcher, up to the plate. She had a single and scored her last time up earlier in this at bat, and had a double and scored her first time up. She's 2 for 2. And first pitch is low and inside for ball 1. So 2 outs, nobody on. Your score 11-1 now here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And deja vu all over again, as they would say. That is going to clip the outside corner for strike 1. I say that because Lovington was in the position. They got their 11th run in the bottom of the 4th inning of the first game, and I mentioned, hey, all they have to do is hold Portales in the top of the 5th, and they win. But Portales got a run in that top of the 5th inning and continued the game until Lovington ended it in the bottom of the 5th with that solo homer walk-off. So here we are in kind of the same position. And a strike called on Tavera, well, a foul ball. So 1-2 the count. 1-2. Now 2-2. 2 outs. Nobody on. 2-2 the count on Tavera, your catcher. And 11-1 your score. A line drive shot out to left field is gonna put Tavera on. And the throw coming in is an error, and moving over to second on the bad throw and error. Tavera sits on second base in scoring position and brings up number 14, Chloe Corral. And Tavera will have a courtesy runner. That is Quiroga. Tell you what, Tavera has proven herself to be quite the stick. That's very nice. As Lovington, supporters of Lovington Athletics continue to step up and do some good things. So a pitching change, and let's see, who is that number? I can't see the girls. Is it 10 or goodness? I don't know. I can't see it. 18, number 18. That's going to be Analia Lujan. So Analia Lujan takes the mound, or takes the circle, takes over pitching duties for Marquez. I think the field will all stay the same because Lujan was on the bench and comes in relief of Marquez. Taking her warm-up pitches, and we'll go ahead and take the timeout and hear from at least one of our sponsors here.
Have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball. With a pitching change, Lujan taking over pitching duties from Marquez here in the bottom of the 4th inning, as Lovington has put 5, 6, 7, 8 runs across in this at-bat. So Portales looking to make a change and try to get the third out. 2 outs, and the first pitch is going to be inside and high for ball 1. Top of, it is number 14, Chloe Corral, batting in the 9th position for Lovington playing center field, up to bat. First pitch, a ball. 1-0 the count on Corral. 2 outs, 1 on. And there's a nicely hit ball, a high fly that goes out to the fence and is going to be a stand-up double, an RBI stand-up double for Chloe Corral. An RBI double puts her on second base. A well-hit ball. Baca had to go to the fence, chase it, and throw it back in. That scores Quiroga, the courtesy runner for Tavera, and makes it 12-1. 12-1 your score. The Lady Cats leading this one. 2 outs. And we go to the top of the order. Avery Marquez to the plate. First ball. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count. This is Marquez's second time as the ladies have batted around. Marcus's second time at bat in this one. And a high fly ball. That's out of the park. Is it? No, it's not. It hits the base of the wall and bounces back. It will score 1. And Marquez has, even with her sprained knee, she has a stand-up double on a well-hit ball out in deep right field. So Marquez with the RBI double stands on second base after Chloe Corral hit an RBI double and now crosses the plate, makes it 13-1. And batting for Honey Morales will be Daphne Urahara. Urahara was the... No, Urahara. Oh, Urahara is coming in as courtesy runner. Okay, gotcha, I guess. A substitute, not a... Okay. Because if she's a, that's right, because if she's a substitute, that's true. So Daphne Urahara running, going to be at second, and that would mean that she would be probably come into the game somehow. And that's going to be a little bit high and outside for ball 1 as Honey Morales at the plate. So Morales at the plate, 2 outs. A runner on second. That's Urahara, courtesy running for Marquez out there. And Marquez had been the designated player, batting only. So Morales watching the second ball. Called a ball, 2-0. Now a grounder is headed over to shortstop and is thrown in as, I tell you what, Urahara had to wait for it and kind of hop over the ball as that ball got there. And just as Morales was crossing and she kept from interfering with the play, it kind of screened Ornelas out, and the ball got out into center field. So that is a single, though, for Morales. Move the runner. Marquez, or the Urahara, the substitute, running, and at third, Morales at first. Zimmery Ellis at the plate. 1-0 count. 2 outs, runners at the corners. And Ellis looks at that when it's high. Throw down to second base, trying to get her, is not in time, and it does score the run as Urahara comes in from third on the throw down to second, and Morales beats out the throw and is safe. And now it's 14-1 your score, and that was ball 2 on Ellis. Ellis had an RBI walk her last time up. And there is a little dribbler that stays foul. It goes down the third base line, and the throw by Aguirre to Mitchell is in time to get Ellis. So 5-3 for the third out. And that ends Lovington's at bat, but not before they put 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 runs across. And your score 14-1 as we head into the top of the 5th inning. And Portales would have to tie it up. They would need 13 runs to tie it to force the game to continue. If not, Lovington wins the game. So all they have to do is hold Portales to win the second of this doubleheader. And we'll be back with more Lovington Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome to Lady Wildcat Softball. Welcome back to the top of the fifth inning, and the first batter hits the first pitch she sees. A long fly ball foul out of play to the right for strike one. So Anetsia Acosta batting in place of Baca in that ninth slot, the bottom of the order, and she fouls that one off to the left for strike two. So 0-2 count on Acosta, batting for Baca. Bottom of the order, and then top of the order, Banda on deck, Marquez in the hole. That is going to be inside for ball one. So 1-2 count now here in the top of the fifth inning. Lovington leading this one 14-1. And Portales would need 13 runs to tie it to force continuation of the game. If Lovington can hold them, they get the win. They get the run rule win. So we'll see what happens. That's a high for ball two. Evens up the count 2-2 now. And that's high for ball three. So full count now. Full count on Acosta. Batting for Baca. And got her. So another strikeout for Sanchez. That's her sixth strikeout of the game. First out, and top of the order, Banda up to the plate. So one out, nobody on. Portales down to their final 2 outs, unless they can find 13 runs. And there's a high fly ball headed over, and coming over to grab it is Hernandez from short. Gets it just behind third base, calls everybody off. Chavarria was also there along with Garcia. But a pop out to shortstop, position 6 for the second out. Now Portales down to their final out. If Lovington can hold them, they win this second game. They won the first one 11-1. They're leading this one 14-1. And there's a grounder over to third base. She picks it up and makes the throw. And does he say it's in time? Yes, but the stretch by Olguin as Garcia knocked it down and made the throw. Olguin stretched for it, and 5-3, just like that. This game is over. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And that is the ball game. In a run rule shortened game, Lovington wins it 14-1. And there is going to be a senior night presentation. I think I will leave, we will leave the mic up and give them just a few minutes for them to do. It's senior day here, senior day, and a presentation of the seniors. So I'm going to leave. Well, we'll turn the mic back up when it's time to do that. We'll go ahead and play some more of our sponsors, and I'll be back to wrap up the second game and have your senior presentation in just a few minutes right here with more Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been
smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with a wrap on the second game of the doubleheader, which was a 14-1 victory by Lovington. 14-1 your final over Portales, and Lovington sweeping Portales in this doubleheader, winning the first one 11-1. And in this game, Portales got 1 run on 4 hits. They committed 2 errors. They left 4 on base. And Lovington got 14 runs on 15 hits. They committed no errors. They left 4 on base. Your winning pitcher is going to be Sabri Sanchez, who struck out 7, I believe. Let's see, let's double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, she struck out 7 and walked 2 and had no hit batters. So nice job by Sanchez on the mound. She gets the win in this one. Portales' only hits were by Banda, Marquez, and Baca. And Ornelas had an infield bunt as well. So actually, yeah, that was the 4th hit. And Lovington had a hit fest today in both these games. And your Marquez went 3 for 4 with an RBI double, an RBI single, an RBI single. Morales had 2 hits, 2 singles, and Ellis had an RBI walk. Olguin had a 3 RBI double. Garcia had a single. Chavarria had a single. Hernandez had a single and a 2-run home run. Tavera had a double and 2 singles. Corral had 2 RBI doubles. So nice job by the Lovington Lady Wildcats for another victory, and that gives them a 17-7 season record, 8-2 in district, and they are going to Lovington will finish up their season at Artesia on Tuesday. So I will go ahead and leave the mic turned up. And on the field, hopefully you'll be able to see all of this. This is a senior day for Lovington. So I'll keep the mic up so you can hear all of the action here, as I believe it's Mrs. Corral, and she may have help in the booth here doing the announcing. But congratulations to the Lovington Lady Cats and Coach McCraw and the staff for 2 wins today, sweeping Portales in the doubleheader, 11-1 in the first game, 14-1. Both of them run rule wins for Lovington. And we'll be back. We'll have Lovington. It will be TJ Miracle who has the call on Tuesday, the 2 games against Artesia to wrap things up for the regular season for the Lovington ladies, but they definitely will go into the postseason play, and I believe it just depends on who they'll draw in that first playoff game, the play-in game. That'll be a must-win game to move on to Albuquerque, and it just remains to be seen, but their record is good enough and their seed is high enough. Right now they're ranked 4th in the state 4A, so they should be able to get a home game in that playoff game. But we'll have more about that. They need to finish up their season first with a pair of games against Artesia on Tuesday. So that's going to do it. Although we'll wrap things up, we'll leave the microphone up to be able to enjoy senior night. That is Avery Marquez being honored right now. Also, it's worth noting, I wanted to add this earlier since we have a little time here. I wanted to tell you about the injury. When we were at Goddard, Malaya Castro was hit in the head by a pitch and left that game and went to the hospital. And she did have a concussion and some whiplash, but she was released after spending almost all night at the hospital in the emergency room for observation. She was released and is supposed to just be resting, so not even allowed to come and be on the bench today, and I understand that had her frustrated because she is feeling better. But the neurologist wanted to, they just were making sure there was some swelling in the inner part of her ear, and because of that, she was asked to just stay away and rest.
and zero experts in us runners who finish crying in the bathroom. Long story short, there's way more to the story, but it's a memory I'll never forget. I want to thank my little siblings for being the best babies in my life. I know you two are grown now, but you two will forever be my babies. Alon, you're always going to be my number one supporter, and now my girls, you're always going to be my biggest cheerleader. I can't wait to be y'all's biggest fan next year. I also want to thank my sister Elia for being the best softball mommy and making my senior year the most memorable. She's been the best role model and my best friend, the best friend I could possibly have. Last but not least, I just want to thank my parents for the last 17 years, and most importantly, the last 10 playing softball. I know it was never easy, and I know I never made it easier, but you guys were always the best parents put in the position. Physically and mentally, you two knew exactly what to say to me. Words can't explain how much I love you both. And back home, los quiero too.
As senior day here in Lovington continues, coming up to the plate is
I have four wonderful siblings, Angelina, Luke, Malia, and Christian. I've been a member of LHS Drumline for 6 years and participated in LHS basketball for 3 years. I am also a member of HOSA, a future health professionals with our awesome athletic trainer, Mario and Curtis. I've been a part of the LHS softball team for 5 years and have been playing club softball since the age of 10 and immediately fell in love with the game. My favorite softball memory is when Annalie kicked the crowd right on his butt as he was spray painting a paw in center field. I'll be attending New Mexico Highlands University this fall on a softball scholarship, continue playing the game I fell in love with. I started to major in community LSU in hopes of one day becoming an ultrasound tech. I would like to thank my parents, family, friends, and teammates for always pushing me to do better and never settle. And to my little sister Angelina, even though I'm far away, I'm still a call away. And always remember to have confidence in anything and everything you do. I love you.
so senior Chloe Corral being escorted by her family and sister Angelina Corral, who will remain on the Lovington team. Senior night continues, or senior day continues here, honoring the graduating seniors on this Lovington Wildcat team.
Can we give it up one more time for our seniors, please?
And one more time, all of the seniors, just what, I think 3 of them? Would we just have the 3? Chloe Corral, Anali Chavarria, Avery Marquez, your 3 seniors who will be leaving this team at the end of this season. But Lovington still has a lot of season left as they will play their final regular season games against Artesia coming up on Tuesday, and then are assured of postseason play, maybe into, if they win their play-in game against whoever that will be, and have an appearance again at the state tournament this year. They had a great run at it last year, so they would like another chance to be right there in the action come come the second week of May. So we will wrap it up right now and just say again, congratulations to the Lovington girls winning both ends of the doubleheader, 14-1 and 11-1 against Portales here. And we'll be back as TJ Miracle will have the call on the doubleheader on Tuesday. Your Lovington Lady Wildcats softball. Thank you to all of our sponsors, by the way, for Lovington Lady Cat Softball, Western States Insurance, the Lovington Schools, Lasco, also Bob's Thriftway, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank, Lovington, Lee County Electric, Stone Oil Field, and Lovington Auto Supply, and Nowell Pharmacy. Thank you very much, the sponsors. Thank you. You've been watching and listening to Lovington Lady Wildcats Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And now with these two victories, Lovington 12, Lovington is 17-7 on the season and 8-2 in district. And we'll have more Lovington Lady Cat Softball coming up Tuesday. Good day, everybody. Safe travels to our friends from Portales. And thank you for watching and listening. Congratulations again to the Lovington Lady Cats.